Thank you, Chief. Okay. And we have our guest tonight, which is Jonathan Wiegand of Boy Scout Troop 101. He wants to address us regarding his Eagle Scout project. Where's yours?
I was here 2 months ago, and I had my Eagle Scout project approved by the 3 trustees. Unfortunately, I didn't have the updated workbook that you signed off on. But I also have 2 changes and 1 request. The first change is the box itself. I was able to find an old antique USA mailbox. I'm going to use that instead. We're going to refurbish it, paint it, and it's actually being cut. There's a hole being cut into it right now that'll let the flags be dropped into it. And that'll be placed in the same spot outside the administration building, in the same standards that you told me that you wanted the flags only next to it. Second change was I was asked by my district to add flyers to my project to help notify the community about my project. This was because they wanted me to show more leadership in leading my troop in distributing the flyers and creating the flyers. And my one request is I'm having a ceremony. I didn't ask last time about this, but I'd like to have it at Adam Hall. For the ceremony, one part would require burning the flag. I'd like to have it like in a barrel in the parking lot, not like in the grass, on the open fire, to help contain it. And I'd like to use it inside as well of Adam Hall. Around like November 16th would be my goal, if that's possible. Other than that, my project is the same. I have my description here if you'd like to read it.
Okay. And how many people would you be looking at Adam Hall?
Well, that depends on how many people will donate flags. They're all invited. Anyone who donates are invited to the ceremony. I'd invite you 3 to come as well. Any veterans in the area and anybody in Auburn or Bainbridge is welcome.
And that'll be part of your flyer?
Yeah. I'd ask them to notify me if they plan on attending. My troop would be responsible in cleaning up, setting up, and of Adam Hall.
Now this would be the collection box is going to stay here.
Yes.
You'd be doing this monthly?
The ceremony is a one-time thing.
Okay.
I researched, you burn 1 flag representing all the flags, and then after that, I'll collect flags like each week after Boy Scout meeting. I'll take it to the flag store in Newberry, and they will give it to the Burning Legion.
As I say, VFW probably does this sometime.
And then they'll take care of it from there.
So the initial flag burning is more of a
symbolic
and getting the people aware.
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you planning on getting these flyers out? Are you mailing them?
That was part of the more leadership. I was going to have my fellow scouts. I would coordinate them to go to like the major communities in Auburn, distribute them, go to local businesses in Auburn and Bainbridge. We could distribute them there as well. Also, I have to have a scout write an article for me and post it on the school website, and as well as local newspapers to help get the word out.
And we get information on our Township website about the receptacle and how it's going to be used.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good idea. I didn't realize there was so much involved. So
yeah,
I guess we all are learning about this a little bit then.
Because the closest drop box that I know of is in Russell Township, right next to the road department. That's the only one I know of.
Okay. Any additional questions?
You want to, since it is a little fire, you want to get with Chief Phillips over here and tell you what to do, how to do it. Could you help him out, John?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Comes to burning stuff, John is our man.
Yep.
I like the way you said that.
I'm broke.
Okay, any motion?
Well, the request was for the use of Adam Hall on date. Did I catch the date?
Well, it's
November
not
16th.
November 16th.
November 16th, and sometime around there would be great.
Okay.
We better check with availability with Nancy on that too. I'm sure you're probably okay, but
Okay, so we just set up the event, so we really don't need a motion for that. And we need to sign off. Do you have something that we need to sign?
Yes.
Howard Benjamin.
Beneficiary.
Susan, make sure that's the Auburn Township. I'll show you somewhere together. I'll show you why.
And this is what you checked off.
I think he wants to see Auburn Township.
My copy?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Minutes from the regular meeting of September 8th.
Other than the thing on top with the location,
I had that changed, and
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
And the vote, John?
Yes.
DJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay, scheduled reports, Chief Phillips.
No report. Cold weather's come on us. Have your chimneys cleaned and checked out.
Okay, reports, Mr. Everly.
A couple things. We finished up on the asphalt paving project. Had a couple little repairs that had to be made. Some driveway aprons and some tire truck marks over on Marydale. But other than that, that's completed. Crisp and chip seals all been done, and that so our projects are all completed. We're continuing to do some ditching. We've met with just about 90% of all the residents on Stafford Road for the project for next year, and discussed that with them. So there's just a couple of stragglers that failed to respond to the letters that we sent. We got the pathway up in the park about 50% completed, and hopefully in the next week to 2 weeks we'll have it wound up. It measures 0.62 miles. We do need to get a couple of signs, and Nancy's going to get some verbiage. Just a couple speed limit signs, and then also
Park driveway?
for the park driveway. And I don't know what you guys want to put on those, but certainly that's a driveway, and you should have people going 10 or 15.
I think 10 is adequate for that distance.
We've got some that are doing 45. So I thought we'd get one for the entrance both ways, coming in and then leaving. We're also had parking lot jam full, so KCE's offered to stripe that they have some product they can stripe that with and help try to keep a little organization in the parking and utilize the maximum cars in there. But the field's holding up really well. We've got a lot of games up there already, and hundreds of kids have played up there, and so far it's
nobody sunk in after the summer we had.
Oh, I mean, my gosh, it's only rained. We haven't had that much rain this year, have we? But so that's pretty much where we are with that. That second machine really made a big difference in speeding up the, carrying that material back there. So that's what I've got.
Okay. Mr. Kavanaugh.
I had a couple of things. Went to Sugar River Watershed Partners meeting last week. Met the new director, Heather Elmer. She seems on top of things and pretty much attuned to local issues already. Going to have her out. She's going to make the tour of all the communities, but showed an interest in coming out and introducing herself to membership. So, I see it's on the agenda for Blue Pines, but that's the shutters that we were talking about a couple
You want
of
to cover
days ago. I haven't seen the quote, to tell you the truth, so I just heard it was here. Black shutters that we talked about this a couple meetings ago for the front and the side of the building. $512. Going to the east side here, now that the hedges are trimmed, it's kind of visible over there now. So that would be $260 for that side for a total of $782. Might as well do the whole thing.
Yeah. Use a little bit of a facelift on the windows.
Make a motion that we go with Blue Pines for that project.
I'll second.
John, your vote?
Yeah.
DJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
And we got one coming in on this floodlight up here at the top of the building. I don't think it's in yet, though. The other thing is, I see Mike's got it on top of his stuff over here, too, is you saw the CAUV tax increase, which, of course, we've applied for that exemption. We are waiting. It's an endless wait for from the state of Ohio to get the tax exemption up there. But in the meantime, we've attempted to keep part of that property up here, where the park's being put in the CAUV program, and that tax increase due to the soil rates annually will be $1,837.70 a year. And that's on the portion that we have in CAUV. Obviously, we're hoping for the exemption up there. We'll get it at some point.
Well,
but in the meantime,
and then get that
just
kicked
goes on the
back.
bill. As you might imagine, I have particular interest in this, so I have a meeting set up for Wednesday afternoon with the auditor. Sounds like it's a presentation they've got pretty well rehearsed that they're going to give to everybody that wants the explanation. So, okay. Yeah, over the phone, I mean, I read this as soil rates, which I assume is based on soil types, but then the phone discussion, it came up that it was based on crop prices, which completely makes this incomprehensible that they could raise rates when crops dropped 50-60% in the last 2 years.
When's this meeting?
Wednesday afternoon. Like I said, I think the auditor's got a whole lot of these set up because pretty much everybody that opened this envelope said, "What the hell?" Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay. Fred?
Fred has. We have warrants numbered 1886 through 1940. for a total of $176,125.60. $134,000 of which is the chip seal project. And that's it.
All right, thank you. All right. All right. Okay, and we have the revised contract from Hughes Contracting for the chip seal here and seal coating. Original contract price was $144,475, and they used less material than they originally anticipated, so they have a deduction of $10,432.60 for a revised contract price of $134,042.40. So, since it went the right way, I'll make a motion to accept the contract as revised.
I'll second.
Okay, the vote, John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
And Mike?
Yes. Okay, there are 3 copies.
Okay.
And I also had put a little cemetery report. Burials are really down this year.
That's good news. That's too bad.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's the reality, you know. And it was funny because I was talking to Darlene at Sheffield, and she's going, "Boy,
Your township trustees at work.
burials are really down in Geauga County," and she's like, "Oh."
Got any volunteers here?
I mean, really, we've had only 6 burials to date, and you know, we're nearing the end of the month or end of the year, so.
Yikes.
No volunteers, huh?
We supposed to work harder or something?
Keep up the good work, Susan.
Thank you.
Put yourself out of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had one other thing, Mike. We had those septic pumps down at Adam Hall replaced. The new pumps are 240. We need to get a little transformer to go out there on that post out there. The power is only about, I think,
208 is what Emmerich said.
yeah, but it's only measuring at like 203 even. It's low, so we
Should
need
be
to
240.
bump it up to full 240. So it's like, like less than $200, I think, to put that out there. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't bring
Yeah,
that up.
we need to do
Something's
that.
going to have a quote in here. I don't know if we got one, but that's coming. You know, I'm thinking about that. That was wired in before we changed the service. So originally that was getting 240 out there.
Oh, yeah.
Three-phase, and we didn't make that change then. But of course that was what, 7-8 years ago now? So.
Actually, we put that line in a couple years earlier.
That's what I say. Originally that was getting 240 out there.
So I think it's the pumps were the sticker on the pump. They were 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get this new and improved the last 10 years, we need to make sure the voltage is right. So
Well, that's to get the warranty full effect too.
we'll get that.
Nothing really to approve there, I guess. If the transformer's going to be $200, and I say, what the electrician we've been working with, I'll approve it and bring it to the board to next meeting.
All right. Okay. And any public comment? Diane Jones.
Yes. As always, I maintain an interest in the warrants, and so I'm curious about. Actually, I'm curious about 4 of these warrants. Number 1888 to Auditor Yost, $931. 1899 for graphic repros, $633.50. 1901, Kanaha Insurance. I have a pretty good idea what that is, but I'd like verification. That may be it.
What was the first one, 1888?
I think it was the one payable to Auditor Yost.
Oh, that was for quarterly UAN fees.
Okay.
And then something to do with the audit, $200. The bulk of
Still?
it. Well, they review things and do all kinds of stuff, yeah.
So this
And we
is
pay-
from the audit that was released in July or August.
That's right. And then the graphic repro was cups, plastic cups. I wasn't involved in it, but they're going to be for the park or something.
$633?
Yeah, a little promotional thing. And the Kanawha is short-term disability for 6 workers.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, any other questions? All right, then we will be make a motion to go into executive session to consult with attorney regarding pending litigation.
Second.
John, your vote?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
And
And there will be no business conducted after the executive session.
See you guys later.